I was just listening to a song and I happened to be analyzing the cover, and there was on the cover of this particular album there was a bird with wings, and it made me think of the game that I was playing, of course, that I talked about the other day. Anyway, and in the game you have to decide to sacrifice. Now I laugh with my kids because the first time I saw it, do you want to sacrifice another champion or do you want to sacrifice a chicken? And I was like, what do you guys think it means? Because I thought by chicken they meant somebody who was afraid to fight in battles and you didn't want to use them, so you just sacrifice them. But they meant literal chickens. Anyway, it's pretty funny. So I was thinking how sometimes I sacrifice people that I really appreciate, but when I was looking at the album cover, I was thinking, oh yeah, because in the album there's like a crow. Made me think of Counting Crows, who was my favorite band when I was a teenager. Anyway, and the crow had a string in its mouth, and I thought, yeah, birds don't have hands, so they have to use their mouth. And I used to make jokes about Bella Bartok and how he couldn't play the piano because I can't remember what the story was. Something happened to his hand, so he had to use his tongue. Anyway, but the reason why, I'm getting off on a tangent. The reason why I started to think about that is because you have to give up your wings for arms. Because I showed my kids x-rays of things like whales and birds and stuff, how they look like they had the bones of phalanges and carsals and cars. Anyway, all those bones of the hand. And I'm like, well, so ultimately you had to decide, because my daughter is fascinated with wings and likes to draw everything with the wings on it. And it made me think when I was looking at that bird having to hold things in his mouth. Well, my first thought was really about the Rats of Nim and the character named Jeremy. Anyway, but I'm not going to get off on that tangent. So, sometimes we have to sacrifice. And in the Barbie movie, I always like Barbie movies. It's called Mermaidia, where she sacrifices her wings. And she was a fairy without wings. And finally, she did this selfless act and was granted wings. But she had to then sacrifice her wings to be a mermaid to save her friend. And that's what she decided to do. So anyway, it made me think that no matter how attached we get to things, sometimes we have to sacrifice something for something new and improved. Deep inside thought. Okay, I'm not going to share that. The end.